Hello and welcome to the Audio Dad Chronicles. I'm Shale, and today we're going to take a dive into BTS's official music video for Swim. So BTS is back with a new album, Ararang, and I've been super stoked to check out music from it, but I admit I have been putting it off. I've been putting it off because I didn't get a chance to do a reaction right off the hop. I had a few other videos in the queue to come up, and suddenly out of the blue, the YouTube algorithm apparently has decided that it doesn't like BTS, or at least it doesn't like us reacting to BTS. My last few videos from BTS, which came out around the time of the release of this album, have tanked. Not to make this a complaint by no means, but it's just unusual that for an artist that I usually get a few thousand views over the course of a couple of days, I have a few dozen. It is what it is, but I think that's certainly no judgment of the army. I all love you, and I appreciate all the support you've given me. I feel very strongly it is more of an indicator of YouTube's algorithm, which is why I was reluctant to do this video, because in the time that I didn't get to doing my reaction, others had, and a lot of them had given feedback that it was blocked. They couldn't get it online at all, or demonetized, as is a very common thing anyways, and all that. So it just kind of made me stall, I admit. And if you're seeing this now, cross my fingers, you're seeing it on YouTube and not on Patreon, because I want it on YouTube. That's where it truly belongs. But speaking of Patreon, over on Patreon, I have just released, at least as the timing of the filming of this, I have already going to have up for you all a new edition of Spin the Black Circle. Spin the Black Circle is my full album listenings. I have listened to the complete album, Ararang, front to back, which does mean that, yes, I have heard the song Swim once, but I haven't seen the music video. So let's change that. Here we go. Ooh, nice boat.
Swim, swim, water falling off your skin. Swim, swim, I could spend a lifetime watching you. Swim, swim, this is how it all begins. Swim, swim, I just wanna dive, I just wanna dive.
Map world, gone away, I still wake up in this map world. Name me place that I can breathe on this map world. Looking like a goody in this bad world, bad world. Don't know how to act, girl. I'm in the deep, tell me where the hell you at, girl. Oh, you ain't even gotta love me back, girl. You know that I'm never holding back, girl. Yeah.
Okay, first stop up. Right off, right there, just there, I caught a little bit of an Easter egg that I know I would not have caught had I not listened to the full album on Patreon. Hint, hint, plug, plug. Go check it out over there. Normal. That book on that desk there was called Normal, and that is a track from the album Ararang. So, hey, I get that reference. Anyways, liking this so far. Really cool vibe, changing it up a little bit just for the video, you know, having the wave sound effects and everything, and getting a bit of a picture for it, because I only listened to it. I did not have any video to go along with it when I watched it, or pardon me, listened to the full album. It was really kind of cool. And I feel like I should know this regarding the boat that they're on. You know, I'm not well versed on my different types of sailing boats, where I do know that the amount of masts and sails and all that can change the different type of vessel that it is, whether it's a schooner, a sloop, or whatnot. And I'm not that versed on it, but I feel I should be, because at my day job, because yes, I still have a day job, I work in the marine industry. I deal with and work on a lot of boats, but sailboats are far less common. I have a tendency to work on, bigger, newer, more modern type of vessels, dealing in the electronics because I am the geek. That's my thing. I work in electronics and amplifiers and all that. My roadie days were dealing with amplifiers. Well, these days I deal with radars and such of that nature, which is something they really won't use it too much on these older vessels like they've got going on here. But aesthetically, they are way prettier. Boats like this are just beautiful. I really love the nautical vibe that they got going on. They definitely got their costuming and everything right for this video so far. So digging it, liking the video, beautifully shot. Of course, it sounds big and huge. Why don't we just go on up and back it up, let it kick in again, get that big hit logo in there because we love to support the original artist and their label. So let's let it roll once more. Now, of course, that compass jumping around like that, that's where right off the hop my mariner knowledge and such is like, that wouldn't do that. Or what would it take to make it do that? Or how would I emulate that on a real magnetic compass? Because that's not how they work. Not that it matters. It's a video. Love this. This museum or something. Beautiful, beautiful model that we're about to get pulled into.
Swim, swim, water falling off your skin.
Aha, Arirang. The vessel itself is named Arirang. Great touch. Always appreciate the little Easter eggs. There's so many little references going on. You really got to be paying attention. And before we get into it, because we've heard the intro already, and I have heard this song once before, I do really dig the synthesizers. Very, very soft, arpeggiated, just kind of bringing it all in. We get those big open chords. Really, really cool production on this. Love their artistic choices.
Swim, swim, I could spend a lifetime watching you swim.
Very 80s music soundtrack. John Carpenter.
I just wanna dive, I just wanna dive.
Map world, gone away, I still wake up in this map world. Name me place that I can breathe on this map world. Looking like a goody in this bad world. Bad world, don't know how to act, girl. I'm in the deep, tell me where the hell you at, girl. Oh, you ain't even gotta love me back, girl. You know that I'm never holding back, girl. Yeah.
It's so easy to make it so hard. Nights like these, I just wanna get lost. Right here with the moon and the stars. I ain't gotta think, but I think maybe I just swim, swim. Water falling off your skin. Swim, swim. I could spend a lifetime watching you swim, swim.
This is how it all begins. Swim, swim. I just wanna dive, I just wanna dive. Water, water.
I even observed, but without ever having seen the video, I mean, the song's called Swim, but the chords and the music progression and their choice of very softer synthesizers really, to me, gave this waves effect. And it's perfectly fitting that they chose to film this music video on a big, open, old school sailboat. It totally just ties it together quite nicely.
Water so deep, take it off the ground, I ain't never getting cold feet. Yeah, you know me, yeah, you know me. Sitting on the shore, now I'm ready for the whole thing. I can feel the high waves coming. While you run away, you can run it. Sound on my tongue, she's stunning. You're the only place that I wanna be.
Yeah, swim.
Interesting. That, of course, is just an elongated passage there just for the sake of the music video. But very nicely timed, where it comes right after a lyric, where I just want to taste your salt on my... Or, I want to taste the salt on your skin. There she is having a tear, which of course would be salty. But my original impression or thought that the song may have been making reference to, and maybe still is, was more about getting sweaty, if you know what I mean. And then tasting the salt on your skin, i.e., getting a little more intimate with the sweatier skin, where you might be swimming and diving into. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. YouTube is for all ages. We got to be mindful of our language. Intense. Yeah, there's no one there. And to further that, I just want to take you across the line. I feel like they're being subtle, yet not being subtle. The adult in me, the adult in me that is a 13-year-old at heart really does appreciate that. Let's let it roll. Great acting. She pulled that tear out nicely. I love the nautical outfits. Love it. Buffering. Apparently my internet is to take a pause, so I guess that's my cue to take a pause. We'll just back this up a touch. And, well, all I'm going to say is don't do it, girl. Don't jump over. It is interesting for me coming from, like I say, currently I work in the marine industry and I do work on a lot of boats. And I wouldn't say I'm afraid of heights by any means, but I respect it when I'm climbing the masts and when I'm actually on a boat out on the water. Being not a strong swimmer myself, I am definitely a little uncomfortable walking around the outside of the boats because the sidewalls and the gunnels, which keep you from falling overboard, in most of the boats I work on, are a little lower than I'd like them to be. These ones are like actually taller than them. Being that old school style sailing boat, of course, it's by design it is actually going to toss and turn a lot. It's going to be leaning on its side at various times to get the wind to keep it propelled. So I guess by design they've built it with these higher sidewalls. So you can see right here on screen, you can actually see just behind the netting to keep you falling out that hole, but still gives you that visibility at a lower height. And of course, the lead in this, she's about to step up on that side platform to hopefully not jump overboard. But it's like I was saying, it's just taller than her, and it looks like our buffering has sorted itself out. So hopefully, let's let her roll again. Don't dive.
I could spend a lifetime watching you swim, swim, swim. Let it all begin. Swim, swim. I just wanna dive. I just wanna dive.
Oh, neat locket. That was cool. I got insta goosebumps from that ending. That was a really cool way of wrapping that up. I see we are on the credits. So I'm going to back that up a second again. I'll let that play out. No, I was wrong and I'm happy to be wrong here. You know, I have to say, prove me wrong, please. Well, she just did. She didn't make a dive. She did not jump in, but she still got wet. Her locker got wet. Her feet are wet inside the museum. Really cool ideas they're playing with it here. Let's back that up again. Let that roll out and, of course, finish with the credits. We never want to cut them short.
What a fall in love your skin.
Cannot get enough of that jacket of his. That is too cool. Beautiful, beautiful attire in this. So well done.
Let it all begin. Swim, swim. I just wanna dive. I just wanna dive.
Perfectly in sync. Breaking that necklace. That boat is beautiful too. This video is just gorgeous. Love those 80s style synths. We're just going to let those credits play out. Everybody involved in this production deserves their moment to be acknowledged. I'm not going to read all the credits, but amazing. What a beautiful video. I am so glad I took the time to watch that. I hope you all publicly on YouTube got to watch that with me. That was something else. That just took that really great song and just elevated it to a next level. Wild. Too cool. And for me, especially working in the marine industry, just having that little bit of a connection, even if not to sailboats, just in the marine world and the visuals and so on and so forth, that just really made it extra special for me, which I really appreciated. And I appreciate you all for coming along on the ride on this one, and I hope to see you all again on the next one. Peace, love, and empathy to you all. Good night.